Now, I will demonstrate a backhand loop for everyone. Take a close look. First, I'll perform 2 basic loops. Watch. Regarding the backhand loop, actually, the first thing you need to know is the incoming ball from the opponent is an underspin ball. It's not like a counter hit or a quick backhand When flick. The opponent sends a topspin ball, we return it with topspin. This means when we receive such balls, we don't really need to worry about the spin, right? But for underspin, we must take the rotation into account. To account for that rotation, if the incoming ball is underspin and the ball I loop out is topspin, how can we counteract that underspin? First, the prerequisite for counteracting spin is the topspin you generate. Look at the topspin generated by the loop. First, this rotation must be greater than the underspin from the opponent's serve or push. Only then can the ball clear the net. So, if you want to master the loop, here is a recommended method. If you are pursuing stability, you must first learn to slow down the rhythm. This is the first point. And what else? Since we want this ball to clear the net, we need to learn how to create an arc. There are 2 ways to create an arc. First, learn to use fingers and wrist to add friction. And another one, the power from our center of gravity. Our body needs to perform a motion from back down to front up. The vertical fluctuation of the body drives the hand to jointly create this arc. First, learn to wait for the ball and slow down. Then, while slowing down, lower your center of gravity. Lower the center of gravity and create friction. How exactly should we lower the center of gravity? When lowering it, where should you direct it? Many friends squat with both legs simultaneously and loop like this. See, many friends loop like this. Looping this way, the ball can land because of your center of gravity. As long as you move from low to high, the ball will definitely have an arc. But generating power this way, what error does this loop have? Your power will never be fully released. You can only ensure the ball lands, but it lacks power. So, to have power, our force must have a back-to-front direction, since the final stroke direction is front right. Where should our loading direction be? Back left, back left. And it's a process from bottom to top, meaning the final release is front up right. So our loading is back down left. You must load power towards the back down left. See that? Whether it's the body's gravity or our hand, both must load towards the back down left. How exactly do we perform this loading? First is our legs. Watch the legs carefully. Our center of gravity presses onto the left leg. While pressing the left leg, contract the abdomen and open the hip. Mainly feel your left abdominal area. The left abdomen should pull inward. Press the gravity and contract the abdomen. You must first learn this abdominal contraction. Press gravity and contract the left abdomen. Then press gravity while contracting to drive your hand. Where should your racket be placed? Basically, place it near the inside of your left thigh. Yes, the inside of the left thigh. When you load back left onto the left leg, it's at the inner left thigh. When generating power from this position, and even a bit of lateral force. A bit of lateral force. If I only move straight up and down, it won't work. Straight up and down. Can't loop your left to right has no arc. It must be from back down left. To front up right. Front up right, back down left, front up right, back down left to front up right. Driving the hip is the same. See, back down left, front up right. This back left direction, look, back down. Front up. Good, that's point 1. Point 2, as just mentioned, wait for the ball. Why is your sense of rhythm poor? Why does your body's power fail to act on the ball? You can't sync the power, right? What does that mean? That is, while waiting, you only drop your hand. This is the same issue as the forehand loop. Waiting while dropping the hand. See this error? What is the problem here? Why does it go into the net? Watch. See? While waiting, you only sync your hand. As you wait longer, the ball will naturally fall towards your lower area. The ball drops lower. You can't just drop the hand. What must drop as well? The body's center of gravity must drop. Let's look at the center of gravity again. See, I wait for the ball. You see, I wait. I can wait for it to drop very low. I can still loop it from a low position. What is low on me? My center of gravity is also low. Yes, my center of gravity is low. See that? I can wait for it to be very low and still loop it because my body drops with the ball. The body must follow the ball down to loop it, because allow a ball requires you to create more of an arc. A larger arc isn't about pulling harder with your hand. It's about whether your legs can drive that power upward. It is the power of the center of gravity. Wait for the ball while lowering the gravity. And don't worry about being too late. Why practice looping this way? Backhand is the same, look. Why practice like this? What is the point of this practice? You must first learn. To use gravity to wait for the ball. Yes, and when the ball is low, you are forced to use the power of the body's gravity. Everyone look. Wait for the ball while lowering. Practice this way. Yes. Forehand two. Forehand two. Wait and sink. Sink down, then loop. Sink down. Sink down. This is how you train the feeling of friction. Because a low contact forces you to create an arc. Note the adjustment of blade face. Is it more open or more closed? This is not strictly fixed. The most critical thing is, you must know the ball's rotation. Whether it's not very spinny or very spinny. If the ball, for example, pops up a bit high. With such a ball, an open blade face has no meaning for generating power, right? We might need to close it a bit. To loop directly. What if the blade face should be more open? Adjust based on the ball. When we contact the ball, it's still in front of our body. To apply power to the ball, where must that force go? It must go front right. Train your body to act on the ball. But many only practice their own isolated movements, ignoring how to loop the ball. See? Only caring about movement, but ignoring the front right direction. You must look for the ball to loop. Loop into the ball. Remember to direct power into the ball. Apply force into the ball. Only then can you loop through the ball. Your blade will produce a solid sound. So, when generating power, you must learn to have a final forward drive and press. Forward thrust and forward press. How do you thrust in a backhand loop? First, rely on your abdomen to thrust forward. Learn to use your core and your hip joints. Thrust the left hip into the ball to loop. Abdomen thrusts forward. Left hip thrusts forward. And the gravity presses forward. This achieves forward gravity. Abdomen thrusts forward. Hip thrusts forward. You direct all your power forward, acting on the ball. The more you thrust forward while pressing gravity, the better you can control the ball's arc, pressing the arc down. Because front up right isn't just an air swing. Look again. 1, 2. See that? My state after finishing the loop. Look. Driving the hip is just like to generate power. You cannot just stand still. Many just stand still. That's standing still. Right? To act on the ball, power must thrust forward. Meet the ball to generate power. Meet the ball. Meet the ball. Drive the hip, then press forward. Finally, drive and press. Drive and press. Look, see the leg drive, rotation, and press? Thrust forward. Thrust forward. Thrust forward. Thrust forward. Thrust forward. Thrusting to meet the ball does not necessarily mean stepping forward to meet it. It depends on the ball. For example, I'm standing slightly further back. This ball is a bit high and short. This needs stepping forward. See that? Needs stepping forward to meet it. Step forward to meet it. Forehand. Step the left foot forward. Spinny ball. Step the left foot forward, right? Step left foot forward. Step left foot forward, That's right? Stepping forward to meet the ball. Because there is a distance between you and the ball. Meeting the ball means reducing that gap. This power generation from the side view is a thrust from back to front. Can you see my state from the side? Take a look. Watch. The force is clearly moving forward. Power is thrusting forward.